Towering at over 6 feet tall, the 42-year-old Ledama Olekina embodies the characteristic of a man from the Ma community. The Narok legislator says he owes his new-found honorable status to the residents who queued in line during the August 8th poll to propel him to serve in the Senate.
God blessed me. I got really entrenched with the people, talking about the issues, and I started seeing the problems where the problems are.
Having practiced journalism, Ledama says his wealth of experience in service made his transition into politics seamless. But where exactly did he begin?
In 2008, before we got the new election, the new constitution, I declared my interest to run for presidency of this country. Then I knew it was tough. Then 2013, I decided, you know what, I'll run for governor. So I ran for governor, and that is when I started really understanding politics.
Ledama comes from a community whose landscape has been termed as the trademark of Kenya's tourism, and he carries on his back a community which has for years felt deprived of development.
I began an initiative to walk across America, and it was very crazy because I remember I was giving a lecture at the Rotary Club, and I said, I'm going to walk across America so that I can be able to bring in positive change to my people.
Ledama argues that divisive politics destroys the fabric of a nation and that there's need to churn out a generation that will focus on uniting Kenya instead of letting negative ethnicity blossom.
So I think we are at crossroads in this country, and I think the new generation has got to think in a new way.
There are certain things that he considered to be very important, which are not, including amending laws which ought not to be amended. And, well, people are suffering in counties.
Order. The Narok Senator's first days in Parliament have, however, been marred by a standoff between Jubilee and NASA, a situation that has not hindered him from performing his legislative duties to his people.
There's the issue of security of the Maasai and the Kipsigis fighting in Esoit and Kimindet ward, Kirindon and Kimindet ward. I raised a statement from the majority leader. What I wanted is a proper guarantee that my people are safe.
The first 4 years of the bicameral parliament was also characterized by supremacy battles between the National Assembly and the Senate, a matter that Senator Ledama feels should be addressed once and for all.
Having studied different democracies across the world, including the US form of government, I think the Senate is really the main upper house. It is a house of union. It is a house that unites Kenyans.
Many have argued that the role of the Senate has been vaguely defined by the Constitution, a matter that has made oversight less effective.
Since the Senate is supposed to be oversighting on county governments, I think that role has to be really elaborated.
Having developed a keen interest in security of Kenyans and effective participation in governance, Ledama says he intends to effectively perform his role as a senator.
I'm already working on 3 bills. The first bill that I'm working on has to do with the issue of public planning, physical planning. And I've started working on it because I believe that counties can be given an avenue to generate more income. Bill number 2, we're looking at assets and liability. I tend to believe that there was a big gap, and maybe people never really paid attention during the Transitioning Authority. I know that bill, the Transitioning Authority Act, was repealed, but there was a lot of assets and liability from the defunct county councils that were never transferred. The last bill that I'm working on, because I'm working on 3 bills, has got to do with clear oversight. For us to be able to develop, for us to be able to take our counties far, you as a citizen of your county has got to be part and parcel of the budget-making process. This other side, these are buildings here.
Senator Ledama argues that it is only through responsible leadership that the country can realize its full potential. Edward Kabasa for The Lawmaker.